we have another player that we do have on the roster. He is a rookie, and his name is Kevin McCullar Jr. The Knicks drafted him in the second round of this year's draft, and he was supposed to be a very good player for New York. I thought he was supposed to get a lot of time in the summer league, but unfortunately, we haven't seen him because he's been dealing with a knee injury since he's been drafted. So nothing about him in terms of his recovery or where he was in terms of his status has recently been announced until right now. And I got to thank James L. Edwards for giving us the following updates about Kevin McCullar Jr. and an injury update about him. Kevin McCullar Jr., if he's healthy, is basically Josh Hart 2.0, but he plays defense at an extremely aggressive level, and he's a little bit taller than Josh Hart as well, too. So he gives you all of that. And if he's off of your bench, that's somebody I think Tom Thibodeau could utilize and somebody he would go to. He has been injured and been dealing with a knee injury since the Knicks have drafted him. But thankfully, to James L. Edwards of The Athletic, he recently did his mailbag and he gave us an update on Kevin McCullar Jr. and where he is in his recovery. Shout out to James L. Edwards for giving us the following information about Kevin McCullar Jr. According to him, the question that he answered was, any chance we get to see Kevin McCullar Jr. this year? And this is the answer that he gave us. We could possibly see Kevin McCullar Jr. with Westchester Knicks in the G League. But if the big brother club needs him, he's talking about the Knicks, something probably went wrong. So what he's saying is that Kevin McCullar Jr. is definitely progressing. He's coming back from that injury, and it sounds like things are going to go well at some point in time for him, and he's going to return for the Knicks, or at least for Westchester. He's on the Westchester Knicks as we speak. He is on that roster, so when he can return, he is likely going to return on that team. But even if that's the case, if he shows out and does well there, I kind of disagree with James L. Edwards. I don't think that just because he's a rookie, that if the Knicks call him up and he's playing with the Knicks, something drastic has gone wrong. If he's tearing it up in the G League and he's doing very well, playing great defense, and that's what Tom Thibodeau loves and really admires from players. That's what he wants to see from every player that he has on the court with him. If that's the case, I can see him taking a look at Kevin McCullar Jr. and trying to get him on this team. That kid is a defensive monster. Did I mention he's Josh Hart 2.0? Just a little bit taller and a menace defensively? And talk about he's a guard and he's big. He's aggressive. The way he plays is exactly the way Tom Thibodeau would love somebody to play. And get this, imagine you had Josh Hart starting and this kid, this rookie on your bench that you can put in for Josh Hart when he goes to the bench for a rest. That means you never stop having a player that's an everyman out there that does a little bit of everything. Passing, scoring, rebounding, playmaking, trying to get steals, playing great defense. Both of these guys would do that for you. And if you develop McCullar the right way, you're basically giving yourself another Josh Hart in the future. That's something to think about here. But another thing we have to look at here is the other update that we have from James L. Edwards, because he did let us know a couple of more updates about McCullar and his status right now and where he is. Shout out to James for giving us this following information as well, too. New York drafted McCullar knowing that he had a knee issue and likely wouldn't be ready to play anytime soon. The rookie from Kansas has been with the main club and rehabbing since training camp. It's my understanding that McCullar will be out for several months. Ouch, that's a blow. I'm sure that the Knicks are in no rush of McCullar and would rather have him healthy before putting him in any form of meaningful basketball games. So I think that makes sense. And if you guys didn't know, obviously Kevin McCullar Jr. was drafted by the Knicks, number 56 overall in the second round. And that was a steal of a pick. And if you see this kid play, I should say, when you see this kid play, you're going to understand why he's a steal. I want to mention again exactly what James L. Edwards said here. He's saying, to his understanding, McCullar will be out for several months, but the Knicks are not trying to rush him back, and they're actually trying to prioritize his health because they would rather have him back as healthy as possible before putting him into any type of meaningful basketball games. And you got to understand where the Knicks are coming from there. Even though we need more talent on this team, we could use players with size who are aggressive on defense that play that Tom Thibodeau level. Even though that's the case, we don't want to rush players back from injury, no matter who they are. Deuce McBride, Cam Payne, Ariel Huck-Porty, whoever is injured, whoever's not okay, whoever's needing time to get back healthy, we want to give that player as much time as possible. That way, when they recover and they come back, they can actually have a great impact for this team. Kevin McCullar Jr. is not going to be any different. And I, again, disagree with James L. Edwards. He says that the room would have to be on fire for the Knicks in order for New York to call up Kevin McCullar Jr. and have him part of the roster. I don't think it goes that far. We already understand. If we see players that the Knicks actually have on the team that are very, very good, that are killing it in the G League, they have no problem calling up these players to join the team, to potentially see what they can do. Maybe give them some time in garbage time. Maybe if the team needs a certain player and we're injured or we're missing some players due to illness, he can play some meaningful minutes. And if that happens, if that opportunity comes, you guys, everybody who has seen this kid, who has watched this kid, who understands the level of defense he'll give you, you'll understand why he was such a good pickup for New York and why when he gets significant time for New York and he develops the right way, he's going to be a problem later on. A very, very big problem. So shout out to James L. Edwards and The Athletic. Really appreciate the update on Kevin McCullar Jr. and where he is in his rehab. And it does sound like when he does return, which it is several months away from now, but it does sound like it's going to happen. When he does return, he's going to join Westchester. Kind of expected that, probably to test him out, see how good his injury feels, how good that knee feels, warm him up. And if he looks really good, I'm telling you right now, you can bet on it if you want to. I'm telling you, if he looks good in the G League, if he starts killing it there, bet money. Somebody on the Knicks is going to notice. They're going to see it. They're going to want to call him up. And the rest is going to be history. When that day comes, I will not be able to contain myself before making a video and going off about it. It's going to be something great to witness and see. Rashidi says, Troy is always hyped. I am always hyped. You want to know why I'm always hyped? Because I am talking about this Knicks team, and I cannot stop being hyped about this Knicks team. We got 4 wins right now. We are riding a 4-game win streak, about to be 5 of them things. Karl-Anthony Towns looked like the best center in the entire Eastern Conference. Jalen Brunson is a superstar. How can I not be hyped? The question you should be asking yourself is, how are you not hyped? You gotta be hyped. Let's keep it going here. Nicholas says, let's go Knicks. Outlaw says, something that we have not talked about, Josh Hart's threes. Listen, man. Listen. I gotta say, I gotta agree. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.